Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collingwood for YouTube, Resident _ of _ Collingwood for BitChute. And this video is for Mike Lampkin, who keeps asking me my Halloween Kills prediction. Here is my official prediction, because everybody does more than one video, god damn it. Oh, pretty much everybody, almost everybody. Number one, as much as I want them to kill off Laurie Strode, and I hope they do, I don't think they will. But, and I stress this word but, I do think she will come close to dying. You know, I keep saying, I've made a prediction about a copycat killer, and I said about how Sartain wasn't really a copycat killer. You know, there are a lot of unanswered questions coming out of 2018, and even really with Laurie from 1978. And here's something 2018 really did not answer. 2018 did not answer one major thing with Laurie. I mean, we know they're not brother and sister anymore. That's fine. But here's something: when you go back and you watch John Carpenter's Halloween, you will notice with Laurie Strode, she's very paranoid. She she keeps looking over her shoulder after she sees this man is following her, and she says something to me that sticks out even in 2018 that they do not address at all. I mean, they address the boogeyman, but they don't address something that's, to me, Laurie had to have heard. And that is, she says, "I thought you outgrew superstition, kiddo." Okay, what superstition? Are we talking the superstitious lore of the boogeyman? Are we talking the very superstition of it? What are we talking about? Because in 2018, this is Laurie Strode. Do you believe in the boogeyman? Oh, you should. Okay, why? Why? Why should we believe? I'm not meaning Michael Myers. I'm not meaning Michael Myers. I'm meaning the lore of the boogeyman. Why should we believe that? Because that does not get answered to me. I'm not saying that's an important thing, but hindsight being what it is, it's almost like they're sort of ignoring that, because she really gets paranoid and is looking over her shoulder throughout the 1978 movie after, well, Michael's been following her. She doesn't know it's Michael following her, obviously, but you get the point in 1978. Number two, we know Michael stalked Laurie and her friends in 1978 after Laurie dropped the keys off at the Myers house. He does not stalk her in the 2018 movie at all. Now, she stalks him for a bit and then goes to that safe house, goes to her house. Number three, will the mystery finally be revealed? And no, I'm not talking about the mystery of why Michael started killing in the first place. No. I'm talking about who the hell called the cops on Laurie Strode and turned her into the CYS. I do think they're going to answer this in a weird way. I think at the hospital, Karen and Laurie are going to have their official reconciliation. I think Karen is going to honestly, this to me is going to be Karen and Allison's movie. The Halloween Kills. We know Allison, to me, is going to go over in this movie no matter what. I think that's something. This is definitely Allison's movie to win or lose the audience with, in my opinion. But I also think it's going to be Karen's movie somewhat too. I think there's going to be a moment of Karen's reconciliation with her mother, but here's the thing: 2018 does not answer. We know Karen gets taken off of her mom, But who does that? Who makes that happen? It never really says. And I think they're going to give you that answer in this movie, and I think I know who that answer is. I think it's going to be Sheriff Brackett. I think Lee Brackett is going to be the one who called CYS. And here's why. Think about it. Who was Lori's two best friends? It was Annie and Linda. We don't know who Linda's parents were, but we damn sure know who Annie's father was, and it is, and that is Lee Brackett, who was the sheriff of Haddonfield at the time of the 78 murders. And maybe Lori felt she could not confide in her parents, but the one person who she would have probably confided in was who? Was Lee Brackett, because that was her father's, that was her best friend's father, and he was the sheriff. And maybe at the time this was going on, he was still in power, and even though he liked Lori, he had to do his job. I can't let you, for the best welfare of that kid, and her Karen's own sanity. He made that happen, and that's maybe, I think, something we will get in 2018. Now, will Lee Brackett extract some sort of revenge on Laurie Strode? Will he be mad that, I mean, we've heard of survivor's guilt, but we've also heard of survivor envy a little bit, where somebody will get mad that you survived something, or just he's maybe just Brackett's never had the real opportunity to sort of confront Lori with what happened with that night. We don't know. We don't know unless the flashbacks explain that, which they could. I don't know how deep they're going to get into that really, but I do think that there's going to be something involving Lee Brackett more heavy than what people think. I do think we're going to get the Hawkins thing from Lee's standpoint, from Lee's story. I do think he tells it to Karen. That's to me, that's how we should get the flashback, is through Lee Brackett, because who the hell else are we going to get it through? I don't want it through Laurie Strode. I know people might, but I do not want it through Laurie. I more want it through Lee Brackett, because Lee Brackett would have had the interaction with Hawkins, not Laurie. So, at least in my mindset, because remember, what's Hawkins say? I stopped Dr. Loomis from killing Michael Myers. Okay, how did you do that? And how did you arrest to kill Michael Myers? So to me, that's what they're going to answer in that hospital sequence. They're going to answer all that, in my opinion. Will Michael Myers die in this? No. God fucking no. Listen, they're going to have Halloween Ends. They're certainly not going to kill him in Halloween Kills. Do I think they're going to recapture Michael in Halloween Kills? I think yes. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think Michael Myers gets recaptured in Halloween Kills. Even though I don't want him to, I'd rather him kill off Laurie Strode, but I don't think they're going to kill off Laurie Strode. I think they're going to find Laurie's going to be in the hospital the majority of this movie. And, well, Halloween Kills will end up with Michael getting captured again. Now, some people will, whether you find that hokey, and I sort of do if they do that in a way, I'd rather him just disappear. But you got to remember, Halloween 2018 ended with oh, we got him, we got him trapped. So they trap him. We know Michael can be trapped. That happened once before. We know Michael can be arrested. They're going to show how in this movie. I got to believe the flashbacks are that preference. Are going to show how the hell they got him arrested in 1978. Because I can't see what the other, narrative would be for that. Why are you showing the flashback other than to show exactly how he got arrested, because I know I'm not the only person that took issue with them showing no flashback. Many others did as well. And I think that's sort of going to be the apology. Oh, we're sorry, our bad. But do I think that Tommy and Lindsay will die? If Lori honestly lives, again, my bold prediction, I'd rather see Laurie Strode be killed off and Karen be killed off and Tommy and Lindsay, who were babysat by Laurie Strode, feel responsible and feel the need to take and bring in Allison to sort of help raise her or sort of help. I'd rather that, but we'll see. I do think it's going to be an interesting dynamic of where they take kills and into ends. You know, how is Halloween going to end? Because no matter what, listen, no matter how Halloween ends, God, that is such a. I hate these titles. That's so. I agree with Christian Hannah Horror. Shout out to him. I hate these titles. Change them, please, for the love of God. Because they just seem like puns. They seem like just bad puns. How is Halloween gonna end? Like, come on. Like, really? Really? We have to have a pun title? Like, really? Michael Myers is gonna kill people in Halloween Kills. God's sake. I agree with Christian Hannah. Halloween Returns should be used in one of these. Do use look, they called Halloween, to me Halloween is Halloween 2018. The Halloween we saw, the 40-year jump, is Halloween 2018. They don't really put the 2018 in the underlying emphasis, but to me that's what I call the Halloween that you see now. It's Halloween 2018 because that's what it is. I mean, in every way, shape, and form, it's Halloween 2018. Halloween Kills is gonna be, well, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends, called the puns, is gonna be Halloween Ends. Although, even though if Michael Myers does die, it ain't gonna really end because they're gonna bring him back. Um, so I do wish they would change these titles. I don't like the titles at all. That's my only really complaint so far is the titles until I see the movies. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they come up with and what they exactly do with these all these characters. Because I will say everybody's pretty much touched on this. They have a lot of pieces. You don't just have Laurie, you have Karen, you have Allison. We know that. You have a returning Tommy Doyle. You have a returning Lindsay Wallace. You have a returning Lee Brackett. You have a returning Long Lamb. You have a lot of familiar characters coming back. They're not all going to live. But what I'll say is the one thing with 2018, I wish they would have let Hawkins live because he was more of an interesting character out of the bunch. I don't think they're going to kill Tommy and Lindsay. I really don't. I know that's a bold stance to take now, but I would more pick they're going to kill off Laurie and Karen than them kill off Tommy and Lindsay. Because you're just bringing Tommy and Lindsay back in this movie here. What would be the sense of just killing them? You're basically taking them and throwing them away. I'm not saying now if they would kill Karen, even though I think she's going to have strong moments in this movie, I wouldn't mind that. Again, I more think this movie, Halloween Kills, is going to be more Allison's movie. This is going to be Allison's movie to win or lose the audience over or with. That's my opinion. That's where I'm standing. If you disagree with that, that's fine. If you be vulgar about it, I will block your ass like there's no tomorrow. You can leave a comment, just don't be an asshole about it. Have a good one. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.